Look at the numbers so far in the first two ball games. 8 for 10 with that grand slam and 5 RBIs. Twins knew what they were getting when they got Jason Kubel, who really started to swing the bat at the end of last year and is carrying it right into this year.
Well, the starting pitching has shown some signs of improvement throughout this homestand, but the one guy who's been Minnesota's most consistent starting pitcher is going today, Glenn Perkins.
Yeah, Glenn Perkins. Watch this afternoon because Perkins likes to pitch inside. Both starts so far this year, 8 innings. His last outing, even though it was a no decision, another very quality start for Glenn Perkins. 1.69 ERA. He will be facing the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim for the second time, and he shut them out on 8 innings last year in Anaheim.
But Jason Kubel, Minnesota's hottest hitter from the left side of the plate. Brendan Harris is the hottest hitter for the Twins from the right side of the plate. And Jim Rich will have a chance to tell us more about Brendan Harris when we come back.
Welcome back to Twins Baseball on My 29. Twins looking for their first sweep of the season this afternoon against the Angels. Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Rich. And one reason the Twins are on the verge of this possible sweep has been the play of Brendan Harris. He's played the last 2 games and has been red hot for the Twins, going 3 for 5 last night, upping his average to 435. He's playing so well that Twins manager Ron Gardner has him in the lineup again today. Now, usually Brendan is a role player for the Twins, and I spoke to him this morning about that, and he told me he has to mentally trick himself into thinking he's going to play. He said a fellow minor leaguer by the name of Trinidad Hubbard once told him, "I'm going to play every day, whether I'm starting or not." Well, today he knows he's definitely starting as the Twins go for the sweep of the Angels. Glenn Perkins will get the start, looking for win number 1. Dick and Bert have the call of today's game right after this timeout on My 29.
On Friday night has turned the momentum. Jason has been a nightmare for the Angels. He's been a terror at the plate and has brought Minnesota's bats back to life. This afternoon, they go for the sweep. Twins, Angels next on My 29. It's not very often you get a chance to sweep a team, particularly one with the pedigree of the Angels. Clearly, they're struggling right now, and so the Twins really want to buckle down and take care of business here today. There are 7 games left between the Twins and the Angels. Go a long way toward having a successful season series against the Angels if they could complete the sweep today. Here is Mike Scioscia's Menards batting order. Sean Figgins, the leadoff man. Howie Kendrick hitting second. Twin City native Rob Quinlan hitting third. Bobby Abreu hitting cleanup. Torrey Hunter back in center field hitting fifth. Henry Morales, Juan Rivera, Jeff Mathis, and Eric Ibar.
Well, let's take a look at the Schmelz Countryside scouting report on Glenn Perkins. Outstanding first 2 starts for Perkins. He ended up losing 2-0 to Seattle, and then his last outing, a 3-2 Twins win, but I got a no decision in another very good outing for Perkins. 2 quality starts in a row, and we'll watch him inside on a lot of these Angel hitters. Loves throwing that fastball inside.
And the DQ defense for the Minnesota Twins. Delman Young in the outfield. Michael Kadire getting the day off. Alexi Casilla is back at second base. Harris moves over to third. Jose Morales catches Glenn Perkins here this afternoon. Casilla spent the last couple games on the bench. And Brendan Harris did a good job at second base. Harris swinging the bat so well, he's getting a chance to start at third for Joe Crede.
Well, keep a hot bat in there. Joe Crede struggling a little bit at the plate, so you keep the hot hand, and that's why Harris is so invaluable to the ball club. He can play second like he did last night. He played short the other night, replacing Nick Punto, and now finds himself at third base, replacing Joe Crede for the day. Take a look at Glenn Perkins. Talked about his first 2 starts. You know, he would like to have some run support, but sometimes you run through that. Now he needs to continue. 0-1 on the year, but look at the ERA, 1.69. 16 innings pitched, only 12 hits allowed, 3 earned runs with 3 walks and 8 strikeouts.
And I think it was after his second start he joined us on the air and said, you know, last year he got an abundance of run support, and these things tend to even themselves out. At least that's what they tell you.
No, they never do.
Here's Figgins to lead things off.
They never get enough runs.
And a first pitch strike.
Yeah, the Twins looking to do something they haven't been able to do since 1996, and that's sweep the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim here in Minnesota.
And off the inside corner, it's 1-1.
Yeah, Angels have not faced a lot of left-handed pitchers, but their switch hitters, which they have 5 of, are hitting better from the left side than the right side.
This one popped up to the right side. Casilla in short right field makes the catch, 1 away.
Other than maybe Kenji Morales, who's hitting 286, Figgins still looking for his first hit as a right-handed hitter. And now he is 0 for 9 from the right side.
Howie Kendrick off to a bit of a slow start this year. You know, we haven't seen much of Kendrick. It seems like, of course, he's had some injury problems, but the Angels keep maintaining this guy potentially could be a batting champion down the road. We just haven't seen enough of him.
No, he's got a very nice swing. A lot of people in L.A. look at his swing almost like a young Torrey Hunter. Now, he's a better hitter than Torrey Hunter, believe it or not. He's coming into his 4th season with the Angels. Like you mentioned, he has had some, problems as far as his health, and Perkins picks up a strikeout right there, but he's a career 306 hitter coming into this year.
Morales stepped way into foul territory and then threw across the line into fair territory. 2 down.
Well, this is where you want your first baseman when the ball is on this side to go over to the foul territory. Watch this breaking ball right here. Down and in. We talked about this in the instructional the other day. Morales catching the ball as it hits the dirt. And I think Justin was on the first base, on the infield side. But the out is recorded. Perkins picks up his first strikeout.
Swing and a miss by Quinlan. This one popped up, a foul ball. Morales coming back for a look, but it's out of play. 2 strikes. Seven pitches, 7 strikes so far for Glenn Perkins.
Two Minnesota, University of Minnesota alumnus facing each other right here.
And another foul.
Quinlan in his 7th season with the Angels. Signed with the Angels back in 1999.
Dug out of the dirt by Morales. It's 1-2. After today's game, the Angels head home. They have an off day tomorrow. The Twins have their first off day. The Angels have already had 2 off days this year. The Twins, the last team in baseball to get an off day tomorrow after 2 solid weeks of play. Chopper to Harris. Over to Morneau, and a quick 1-2-3 first inning from Glenn Perkins. By 10. Here's their Menards batting order for this afternoon's series finale. Denard Span back in the lineup. Alexi Casilla back in the lineup. Justin Morneau, Jason Kubel, Delvin Young with a good night last night. Brendan Harris, Jose Morales, Nick Punto, and Carlos Gomez.
And the Schmelz Countryside Scatter Report on Shane Lukes making his 2nd start of the year. Made his major league debut against the Twins when he was a member of the Detroit Tigers back in 2002. And what the Angels need after a short start by Dustin Mosley and then 4 innings, good innings out of Oliver yesterday, Darren Oliver, they need a quality start.
I think you saw Lukes scratch the initials NA in the back of the mound for Nick Adenhart, who was killed in that horrific car accident about a week and a half ago. Strike 1 to Denard Span.
Number 34.
Yep. Hopper back to Lukes. Span retired, 1 away.
Yeah, Luke's 29 years old in his 3rd season in the Angel organization. Came up a little bit last year in 7 appearances. Basically out of baseball a couple of years ago. Had the Tommy John surgery back in 2005. Lives in the Phoenix, Arizona area. Was giving pitching lessons. And some people saw him throwing a little bit. They liked what they saw. He signed with the Angels, and now he's at the major league level again.
Here's Alexi Casilla. And he takes a strike, 1-1.
Would like to see Casilla maybe bunt a little bit more right here. Try to get that swing back.
A little bit low. 2-1. 2-2. Luke's pitched against the Twins last year. Out of the bullpen for the Angels.
He made his major league debut here against Kyle Osh, and the Twins kind of beat him up. The Twins won that ball game 11-4 in his major league debut, and then about a week later he pitched in Detroit, and Brad Radke beat him 7-4. So his first 2 major league starts were against the Minnesota Twins.
2-2 to Casilla. And a bouncer to short. Routine play for Ibar, 2 down.
Good sinking fastball right there. Gets that ground ball out.
The DQ defense for the Angels. Juan Rivera in left, Torrey Hunter in center, Rob Quinlan in right, Figgins, Ibar, Kendrick, Morales around the infield, and Jeff Mathis gets the start behind the plate. So 2 down, and Justin Morneau to the plate. Morneau's had a productive homestand, but he's been overshadowed in the last couple of games by the guy hitting behind him. And of course it all fits together like a jigsaw puzzle. Morneau will get better pitches to hit the more and better that Jason Kubel does behind him.
Yeah, they protect each other, and that's how a good hitting lineup you'll see throughout, different teams when they're hot. If one guy is hot, it makes the guy in front of him or behind him that much better.
1-1 to Morneau. Now 1-2. Last night we told you Darren Oliver made his first start in a handful of seasons. Lukes did that in his last start, his first start of the year. They pulled him out of the bullpen out of necessity with 4 starters on the disabled list, and then the tragic death of Nick Adenhart. Just outside, 2-2. Now I guess the good news for the Angels, they're expecting to get John Lackey, Irvin Santana, Kelvin Escobar maybe down the road a little bit, and even Dustin Mosley back before too long. Splintered bat and a slow roller to first. Wow. Got it right in on the handle of the bat.
That's getting in the kitchen right there.
Wow. 3 up, 3 down at the bottom of the first.
Play, and happy birthday to Joe Mauer, his 26th birthday, and he's getting some good news on his birthday, as starting tomorrow he will begin playing games for the Twins. First with a simulated game, then he'll join the Gulf Coast team for a couple of games, catching one day, then DHing the next. Then the Twins will move him to the Class A club, and the goal, according to manager Ron Gardenhire, is to get Joe at least 10 games and 50 at-bats before they decide whether he's ready to rejoin the Twins. And Bert, do you think that's enough time for Joe to be ready?
Well, I think we talked about it the other day, Dick. You know, Joe Mauer being the catcher, here's a high chopper over the mound. Abreu, it doesn't matter if it's a lefty or a righty on the mound, he's going to get a hit. This guy can flat out hit. But, you know, we talked about it about Joe Mauer. I mean, being a catcher, he has to make sure that his legs are in shape. And with that injury that he had, you know, it'll be interesting to see how he does. Right now, the goal is to give him 50 at-bats in 10 ball games. But I think the Twins will kind of judge to see how he is.
And I don't know how the Twins are going to look at the situation. You look at Morales, you look at Redmond. I suppose you could build a case for the Twins keeping 3 catchers even when Joe comes back, because it's presumed he's going to spend a lot of time in the DH spot. And they'll have to make a roster move, but I don't know that it's an automatic that Morales would be the guy sent down. 1-0.
Well, happy birthday, Joe Mauer, and we wish him nothing but the best and get healthy soon.
Well, Hunter has done to his bat what Morneau had done to his. The difference is Hunter gets a base hit, and the Angels start the second inning with a pair of singles, just barely. Getting back safely to first is Torrey Hunter. So a high hopper over the mound and a shattered bat for a bloop single, and Perkins is in a predicament.
A nice base running right there by Bobby Abreu. One thing the Angels do extremely well, they will be aggressive on the base pass. You see the bat shattering right there. Denard Span cutting across, gets it back in, keeping the double play in order, and then Casilla throwing behind, and Torrey,
he was out.
Boy, sure looked like he was out right there. But Randy Marsh, the crew chief, the same guy that called Michael Kadire out, I believe, or...
Well, he called Carlos Gomez out after oversliding second.
That's it. Yeah.
And here's a great stop by Casilla. He'll get an out at first. Oh, Casilla laying out and taking a hit away from Morales.
What a great defensive play right there. Casilla diving to his left, thought about going to second base to get the lead runner, but definitely saved a base hit right here for Morales as he's out at first. But Morales does pick up an RBI, and the Angels take a 1-0 lead.
And that means that, again, the other team has a lead here, and the Twins hope to win this ball game, even their record at 7-7. So far this year, they've not taken the first lead and held it. All 6 of their wins have come from behind wins. Here's Rivera. Hunter looking like he wanted to steal third. Foul pop over the Angel dugout. Hunter was skittering toward third base throughout Perkins' delivery.
Yeah, you see Rivera having a good year, or a good series so far, 3 for 8. It'll be Casilla, the second baseman, that will try to keep Torrey Hunter close to second. Nick Punto playing a deep short.
Hit hard to center. Gomez back, and he makes the catch near the warning track for out number 2. Hunter advances to third. Just a small thing, but as Gomez threw the ball back in this time, Casilla let the ball bounce. It was a low throw down around his feet, and remember, that was the play against the Toronto Blue Jays where he reached for the ball. And you guys discussed that on your instructional too, that if it's a low throw that you can't field cleanly, let it bounce and come through to the second cutoff.
We were talking more about the footwork of Casilla, in that he's got to get in front of that ball. He kind of played it off to the side right there. You know Torrey Hunter's going to make it over to third, get the good bounce so the ball does not get away from you, and that allows Torrey Hunter to score from second base.
Here's Jeff Mathis with a runner at third and 2 away. Mathis getting the start behind the plate. Mike Napoli had caught the first 2 games, or most of them. 2 strikes. And Perkins, who threw so many strikes in the first inning, has done so again here in the second, and that's The Angels already have caught on. We've seen them swing early in the count here in the second inning.
Yeah, Mathis, 26 years old, in his fourth season with the Angels. He appeared in 94 ball games last year, hit only 194, known for more of his defense than his offense.
Fouled into the Twins dugout or thereabouts.
Mike Scioscia really likes the way that Mathis calls the game. Almost like a Mike Redmond type of catcher, except Redmond's a little better hitter. Mathis just a career 195 hitter.
Very high, 1-2. One and two to the Angel catcher. Breaking ball, a swing and a miss. 5 batters in the second inning, just 11 pitches, but the Angels get the first run of the game. Twins have gotten more Kubel.
Yep.
Gotta have more Kubel. And Jason will lead things off in the second. 8 hits in this series. 8 for 10 for Friday night and for last night. And other than his first hit in last night's game, they have all been hit sharply. The home run obviously crushed, one of the longest home runs you'll see hit here this year.
He's never faced Shane Lukes before. He'll see that sinking fastball, the hard slider, occasional curveball, and a changeup.
You know, and I think fans can appreciate having seen from the center field camera where some of the pitches have been located and what they've been. I mean, he's hit some tough pitches and hit them hard. The one double on Friday night to left center field on a pitch down and away. Sharply hit on one hop to Kendrick. And Kubel's retired, one away.
You know, when you get, Dick, when you get a hitter that's in a zone, more or less, you know, hitters talk about zones. Kubel's in a great zone. Even that ball right there, he was right on. He pulls that ball a little bit more, it's another base hit. He hit it sharply to Kendrick.
Delman Young drove in 3 runs with a pair of singles last night. And as was pointed out by Mike Herman and the Twins media relations staff, he drew a walk last night for the first time since September, and that counts spring training this year. He didn't walk once during spring training. His high hopper finds center field. And the Twins get their first hit, and it comes off the bat of Delman Young. For more on group tickets, here's Mike Redmond.
Twins baseball is great for entertaining clients, recognizing employees, and celebrating birthdays. Oh, and bachelor and bachelorette parties, too. Call us today to book your group at the Dome. Thanks for your support.
Very nice, Mr. Redmond.
It's a nice idea. Have your bachelor or bachelorette party here at the Dome. Here's Brendan Harris. Harris has been stinging the ball and has his average over 400. Mentioned that the Twins coming into the game have been outscored by 20 runs, out-homered by 10 home runs, and particularly surprising, I think, is the fact they've been outstolen by 8 bases. Young capable of stealing a base. Harris takes a strike. Twins have given up 15 stolen bases and have just 7. Chop to the right side. Oh, nice play by Kendrick, and he throws him out. Kendrick, ranging far to his left, is able to get that ball on the second hop before it trickled into right field.
Yeah, both second basemen have made nice plays to their left. Just saw Casilla earlier make a nice diving play. Here Kendrick getting the good hop, spins, and throws it over to Morales for the second out of the inning on the play. Delman Young moves to second.
Good spot for Morales to get his first RBI. Twins have 3 switch hitters, and all 3 have had great success from the left side of the plate and very little success from the right side of the plate, outside a ball. Nick Punto will hit as a left-handed batter behind Morales, who is 4 for 14 from this side of the plate. One and one. Everything has been hit on the ground against Lukes. 5 ground ball outs, and Young's high hopper over the mound into center field.
Well, so far when Lukes has missed, he's missed down too, so he's doing a good job of keeping the ball down in the strike zone. Morales, 26 years old, from Puerto Rico. The September call-up by the Twins in 2007. Made the club with Joe Mauer on a disabled list this year.
Sails outside, 2-1.
Lukes originally signed by the Tigers back in 1997, second-round pick out of Arizona, the Phoenix area.
See if Morales can get Lukes to bring one up here into the hitting zone. Ground ball headed up the middle into center field, and Morales drives in his first run as a big leaguer, and it ties the game.
Congratulations to Jose Morales picking up his first major league RBI. And most importantly, it ties the game at 1 apiece. Good 2-out hitting by Jose Morales.
And they'll take the ball out of play. And Morales will have another keepsake. So 1 apiece, each team with a pair of singles and a run in the second, but the Twins aren't done yet. Here's Punto. Outside, ball 1. Punto hitting .381 as a left-handed batter, but 0 for 12 as a right-handed batter. 8 hits, they've all been singles. 6 walks from the left side of the plate. He's got an on-base percentage from this side of the plate of .519.
You know, we talked about that, and one thing Joe Vavra talked about today or last night was about these guys struggling from the right side of their plate, and he said, you know, Nick Punto and Alexi Casilla are natural right-handed hitters. So he said, you know, I'm not worried about that. The hits from the right side will come. But both of them doing a better job from the left side right now.
And it's something that if you really ponder it, it makes sense. They don't practice as much from the right side as from the left side because they don't face as much left-handed pitching. So there's an imbalance there in terms of how you prepare for a game. Switch hitter is going to take more swings from this side of the plate than the other. Outside, and it's 3-1. But it's just interesting. You know, here's Punto, who obviously feels comfortable from the left side of the plate. And he's gotten all his hits and drawn all his walks from that side.
I remember when I played with Chili Davis, you know, Chili Davis talked about that. There are sometimes you just feel, and Chili Davis is a great power hitter from both sides of the plate. Sometimes you just feel more comfortable on one side of the plate than you do the other, and then a week later, it'll be reverse.
Little roller. Kendrick backhands it. He'll go the short way. And the Twins are done now in the second with a pair of singles, an RBI single by Morales. We're tied at 1.
Have been strikes. I'd like to say happy 4th birthday to Chloe. She's here celebrating her 4th birthday from Belle Plaine. And Jamie Ogden, former minor league player for the Twins, he sent me a text and he said it's his daughter's 10th birthday, but he forgot to put his daughter's name. So Jamie Ogden's daughter, happy 10th birthday. He put his name, he didn't put her name. Nice going, Jamie.
1-0 to Eric Ibar. And now 2-0. Ibar, a switch hitter, and he's got a little bit of that left-right thing going on too. He's hitting .273 as a left-handed batter, and it's 0 for 7 as a righty. And Perkins misses with the first 3 pitches.
Well, he'll still stay inside with that fastball. Now falls behind. You don't want to walk a guy like our Ibar. He's hitting 9th for a reason.
And he missed with his first 4 pitches. Ibar aboard, leading off the 3rd. Laugh out loud with the Simpsons tomorrow at 6 and 10 on My 29. Bonnie and Clyde, Lady and the Tramp, and Mo hits literary heights. Hilarity ensues with the Simpsons at 6 and 10. So laugh out loud. You just did.
I just did. Huh?
Tomorrow on My 29. So Ibar aboard, and here's Figgins. Angels very good fundamentally, playing station to station, and Morales will go to the mound with Perkins, I think, wondering whether he where the inside corner is.
Well, James Hoy behind the plate, that's what you need. I mean, you need those called if they're just missing just by a little bit. Hopefully they're hitting the corner. We haven't seen a lot of what the pitches are, but they are inside, and that's Perkins' strength. You'd like that home plate umpire just to give you the corner if you're hitting it.
1-0 to Figgins.
Morales again setting inside and getting more of the heart of the plate there that time. Keep an eye on Ibar. He doesn't have many major league steals, but he's got a lot of minor league steals. He's very, very quick.
He's yet to try a stolen base this year, but again, he hasn't been on base much either. Figgins shows bunt, and Perkins runs it inside, 2-1.
A little tougher to run against. Of course, Perkins very quick as far as his delivery home. Alfredo Griffin, the first base coach, whispering something to Ibar.
Perkins has got a variety of different moves. Did you vary your throw to first? I mean, did you have?
I didn't have a good move.
Well, no, I mean, did you have one that if you really wanted to pick somebody off, you saved it and set somebody up?
I saved it for 23 years and I never used it.
So you've still got that element of surprise.
I still have it. Yes, it's still there. Being a lefty, I mean, they have the advantage because they can lift that right leg up, and they can basically, keep an eye on that runner. Perkins just kind of picks it up. Okay, let's go turn it.
One. And a nice dig at first by Morneau, a double play. So that takes care of the leadoff 4-pitch walk.
Pitcher's best friend right there. Nice little turn between Casilla and Nick Punto, because the Angels do have some speedsters. And Punto showing off his arm, and Morneau picking it right there to complete the double play.
We talked about this earlier in the homestand. A year ago, the Twins were rotating so many players at second base and at short, but for the most part, there's a pop-up in foul territory. Morneau tracking it, and deflected and hit.
Should be out. Should be out. Whoa! He calls him safe. It looked like the fan got over the railing. Explain that to your son.
The ball hit Morneau, I think, around the collarbone. Fan interference is not called. The ruling was it was on the other side of the railing.
Oh boy, it sure looked like it was on that side. That's why, because it looked like the fan kind of reached over. And I can't blame the fan right here. He's trying to get a souvenir, but it sure looked like that ball was on this side of the railing. It's okay. Trying to get a souvenir for his son. I don't have a problem with that. And I think the first base umpire, Randy Marsh, that's his call. If he feels that fan reached over and Justin wouldn't have been able to catch it, then the hitter's out.
2-1 to Kendrick. And another foul. I was going to say, the Twins for the most part this year have had Punto at short, Casilla at second. Now that was not a routine double play ball that they turned. Casilla had to kind of wait for that second hop, and kind of an awkward shovel pass, but they've already, I think, become very familiar with what each of them likes to do around the base.
And that's why Gardy loves this combination right here. Punto and Casilla at short, and Gomez out in center or Span, because you want to be strong up the middle. And these guys can turn some double plays. We're going to see some great double plays turn throughout the summer between these two guys.
Full count to Kendrick. Perkins has already walked one man this inning. Struck him out. Second time that Kendrick has swung over the top of a breaking ball. And he faces just 3 men in the third.
Birthday. Same birthday as Joe Mauer and Chloe and Jamie Ogden's daughter, whatever her name is.
Do you remember your 5th birthday?
No.
You remember
we were
your
in Canada.
You remember your 55th birthday?
No.
You don't remember that either. Carlos Gomez leading off the Twins' 3rd.
Do you remember your 5th?
Somewhere in there I had a really nice birthday party, but I don't know if it was my 5th or 15th or 25th.
All I know is 352 more days. It'll be my 59th birthday. I know. I'm getting near that big 6-0.
And they start sending you the AARP stuff when you turn 50. I found out.
Yes.
Even though I'm not retired, and I hope not to be retired for a while, they keep wanting me to join the ranks.
Did you become a member?
No, I'm not retired.
Oh, it's only like $39, something like that.
That's a fair ball, and there's nobody at first base. The bunt was down, and I don't think it traveled even out of the batter's box, but in fair territory. And Mathis wanted somebody to throw the ball to.
Well, he wanted to throw to Kendrick right there, the second baseman, on that play because Morales was playing in. He's looking for the bunt, and once Gomez showed bunt, he's already coming in. Gomez almost out of the batter's box to bunt that ball. The ball just goes maybe about a foot or two before Mathis picks it up. I mean, right in front of home plate.
It never left the batter's box.
Well, Gomez will take that anytime he can get it. Get there on first, maybe show some speed.
So the first time through the order, the Twins have 3 hits. There have been 6 outs on the ground. And the 3 hits have been beaten into the ground, including the bunt single to start the 3rd inning. Gomez last night we thought had a stolen base. He was ruled out when he overslid second base. At the knees, and it's 1-1. The Twins are 7 for 9 in stolen base attempts. Gomez had, we thought, slid in safely and then was called out. No stolen base granted there. And then remember, earlier, I think in the Seattle series, Michael Kadire looked like he had a base stolen, and he was called out incorrectly. And Gomez just barely got back.
Boy, he was taken off right there. Luke's pretty quick move right there, but Gomez had already committed that he was going to go to second base. And you can see him get back and just get that right hand on the bag before the sweeping tag.
1-1. That was the move that you kept hidden for 23 years.
And that's what you want to do right there. I mean, you got a speedster like Gomez as a pitcher. Just hold it. Don't always come set and throw, come set and throw. Do what Luke's did right there. Just hold it. Sometimes that base runner, he'll commit a little bit, and it kind of lets you know what he's going to do. We'll see if Mike Scioscia got an opportunity maybe here to pitch out.
1-1 to Span. Inside.
And it's a semi pitch out, but Gomez stayed.
Well, just the notion of holding on to the ball. How many times did we see Torrey finally get so anxious to take off? He'd just go ahead and take off with the pitcher holding the ball on the rubber. And early on, he had a lot of success with that. And then pitchers realize all I have to do is step off and throw him out.
Yeah, clubs, caught on what Torrey was doing.
2-1. And then there was Chad Allen, who would just take off at the oddest times. Span last year hit a home run against Lukes. And so far tonight, the Twins haven't been able to get anything airborne at all. And they do pitch out on 2-1.
Well, that shows a lot of confidence that your pitcher can throw strikes right there when you pitch out 2-1. Scioscia taking the gamble right there. You see him go through a set of signs, relay to the catcher.
pretty confident something was going to be up there. And the Twins did not put a play on, and Gomez just barely got back again. That time he was stepping toward second and spun his wheels a little bit. Here we are 2 weeks into the season, and Gomez has 1 stolen base. That time the throw, I think, hit Gomez. He is having a tough time reading Luke's delivery to the plate.
Well, that ball short hopped Morales, and with diving back in, he gets that right hand and it ends up getting past Morales and hitting the elbow of Gomez.
Ball could have gone down by the Angel bullpen if it hadn't hit Gomez. Gomez goes. Pitch is called a strike. Gomez is out at second. And here comes Ron Gardenhire. Gomez slid in on the outfield side with his hand, and Gardy's going to come out to protest. They have not gotten much in the way of good calls on the bases in this series from this umpiring crew.
Yeah, Brian Knight, the second base umpire, having words with Ron Gardenhire right here, and Gardy just saying, you know, you've got to watch exactly how Gomez slid into the bag. He got his hand on the bag before the tag was applied.
Kendrick fielded the ball well in front of the second base bag and then had to reach all the way back to tag Gomez.
Well, Mathis made a great throw behind the plate. Gomez still can't believe it. We're going to show it again. Gomez sliding in.
Ibar with his reaction,
right,
almost reacted like he realized he never tagged him with the first swipe.
Well, I'm sure as a middle infielder, you see him touching him right there, but sure looks like Gomez's fingers were on the bag.
So Gomez and his 6-inch bunt single are taken care of here with a throw out at second base. And here's a ground ball off the bat of Span. Another ball beaten into the turf, 2 down. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Casilla. A couple of 3-ball counts for Lukes, but he's gotten the Twins. He got Punto in the second inning. He got Span there to hit a weak 2 hopper to the infield. Hope that eventually Lukes will deliver more pitches like that stay around the belt right down the middle of the plate. Casilla hit a bouncer to short. And a high drive to right field. Quinlan to the corner. Has enough room. Casilla a long ways, but not far enough. The Twins get one airborne, but still go down quickly in the third.
the ball every fifth day, to give our team a chance to win, I think is as much as anything, knowing that those guys, believe in me. And I've always believed in myself. You're never going to get to the big leagues if you don't believe in yourself. And to have those guys on my side, 100%, there's no questions of is he a starter, is he a reliever. This is your role, this is what you're going to do, and go get them.
Well, those guys, I'm sure he's talking about Ron Gardenhire and pitching coach Rick Anderson.
Quinlan snaps his bat. Punto to Morneau. A quick first out here in the fourth.
Well, Glenn Perkins, 26 years old. He signed by the Twins back in 2004 as the #1 pick, 22nd overall in that draft out of the University of Minnesota. He came up with the Twins basically out of the bullpen. 3 years ago, 2006, made 4 relief appearances. Then 2007, had some arm problems, basically worked out of the bullpen. Last year, put him in the rotation. 26 starts. He responded with a 12-4 record with an ERA at about 4.4. And like he said, he's got a lot of confidence now in himself and his ability. And now he knows he's out there every 5th day.
Abreu has had a great series. And it counts 1-1. All the pickups the teams have made, especially the way things have played out now with Guerrero going to be out for a month at least. Abreu, here's a pickoff in the hole by Punto, but Abreu does everything well yet, including run, and he gets another base hit. The Abreu signing might be a difference maker in the American League West for the Angels. You can submit a question to us online at carsoup.com/baseball. Lynn Rodemaker from Melrose wondering whether we think Torrey Hunter will be on the Twins' all-time Metrodome team.
Well, I think he's going to be mentioned. I think you'd have to put number 34 on there before Torrey Hunter. That man right there, Kirby Puckett.
Hunter singled his last time up. Shattered his bat and blooped the ball into center field.
Yeah, we talked about that the other day. I mean, I don't know if they're just going to go who's the best left fielder. Will it be Dan Gladden? Will it be Tom Bernansky in right? Or will it be Torrey Hunter in left or center? Are they just going to pick 3 outfielders, or are they going to actually go positions? Right field, center field, left field.
High fly to left. Young back. Has room. Out number 2. And we're told now that they are going to just pick 3 outfielders. So I would think he has a very good chance of being in the all-Metrodome team, along with Puckett and an unnamed 3rd outfielder.
Oh, you see, he won 7 Rolling Gold Gloves as an outfielder as a Minnesota Twin. He won one last year in his first season with the Angels, but 192 home runs, a lot of RBIs, hit 271, and definitely was a leader of the ball club when he was here, especially over the last 3 or 4 years.
Of course, his tenure was longer than some of the guys who were, in that turn of the century group, 2000, 2001, 2002. But all of those guys, in my mind, will forever be indebted with raising the consciousness and putting Minnesota Twins baseball back on the radar screen. And I don't care whether it's Louis Rivas, Eric Milton, Ratke certainly went through some lean times, Jacques Jones, all those guys. Doug Minkiewicz, hop up, and
even Chuck Knobloch.
And Garcia makes the catch, and Perkins pitches around a 1-out single by Abreu. He's got another good game going here. We'll see if the Twins can get him some runs. 29 is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. First Twins game.
Wow. Welcome, and you are hereby circled. I've run into a lot of people. They say, I bring a sign every night. You never circle me. And here, first Twins game, she gets circled. Yeah. Congratulations.
It's like playing the lottery. You never know how it's going to turn out.
Keep coming now.
Can't win if you don't play. That's right. Here's Justin Morneau leading off the fourth. Twins have hit one ball in the air. It was Casillas' deep fly to right to wrap up the third. We'll see if the middle of the Twins lineup can loft anything against Lukes. Inside, ball one.
Well, Shane Lukes has done exactly what Mike Butcher and Mike Scioscia would like to get out of a starter here this afternoon. They have used a lot of the bullpen, especially in the first two games of this series.
2-0. So now Morneau in an enviable spot. You would think Lukes doesn't want to put him aboard, fall behind him 3-0 with Kubel on deck. And now it is 3-0.
Justin looking over to Scotty Alger, but if it's a pitch that he likes, look for him to swing away.
Trailed off the glove of Kendrick, and Morneau will reach a hooking, sinking line drive that Kendrick couldn't handle. A base hit for Morneau.
Well, Justin getting the green light and getting the pitch pretty much to his liking, gets good wood on it. And Kendrick, who did not cover first last inning, lets that ball get through him. And it's an infield base hit for Justin Morneau.
Kubel hit the ball hard on one hop to Kendrick, his first time up. That pitch called a strike. Kubel ducking out of the way. You look at Kubel's last two games and you marvel at the production that the Twins have gotten from him, and then you, at least I couldn't help but flash back to Puckett's 10 for 11 two games against the Brewers in '87. I mean, as great as Kubel has been, the grand slam, a couple of doubles, a triple, then tack onto that another couple of home runs, which is what Kirby did in that Saturday-Sunday sequence against the Brewers in Milwaukee. And gives you some idea, again, what a destructive player Kirby was that weekend in Milwaukee.
6 for 6 that one day.
2 strikes to Kubel.
They're going to stay inside on Kubel.
1-2. And Kubel, who bounced out to second his first time up today, will always remember bouncing out to second in his final plate appearance last night and got a standing ovation from the fans who appreciated the 8 hits in his 10 at-bats in the first 2 games of this series.
See if Mathis moves inside again. Again inside.
Nice pickup by Morales. And they get Morneau at second base. He had problems getting the ball out of the webbing, and another well-hit ball off the bat of Jason Kubel.
They hit the ball sharply. Morales backhands it. And on his throw to second, lost the handle on that baseball, but still did not panic. Kubel, that two-seamer, comes back over the plate. Morales picking it right there. You see the ball bouncing on the turf. And they do get the lead runner in Morneau.
Delman Young with a chopper over the mound into center field. He later scored a run. We've had 2 runs batted in by 2 different Moraleses. Jose for the Twins, Kendrick for the Angels. What's the plural of Morales? Is it Morali?
I guess it'd just be Morales. Morales.
And Young's gotten his batting average up over the 200 mark. On the right field line, and Quinlan in foul ground makes a basket catch for out number 2.
A good concentration right there by Quinlan, having to go into foul territory. Fight that wall right there. Keep his eye on the ball. Knows he's near the wall. Uses it to balance himself to get the ball back in the infield.
And now Harris. Harris 10 hits, 24 at bats. And a foul back. Luke's trying to pitch around Morneau's leadoff single. And another foul. It seems from up here that Luke's now, here as we're getting into the middle innings, is leaving some pitches up, whereas before he was pounding it in at the knees or below. Now it seems like he's leaving some pitches up around the belt and the letters.
These are always the innings as a starter that, to me, were the innings that you had to try to get through, because you go through that arm fatigue. You get excited the first 3 innings, you make your good quality pitches, then you start to tire a little bit, and you do leave some balls up in the middle innings, and then you hope you find your second win somewhere in the 5th or 6th inning that will carry you later into the ball game. But Luke's making just his second start this year. He last started 5 days ago in Seattle, where he worked 5 1/3 innings, gave up only a couple runs in a no decision. Angels ended up losing that ball game 3-2.
Right down the middle, a fastball that freezes Harris. On to the 5th, the pitcher's duel in the series finale, 1 apiece. Trying to make it a sweep over the Angels. Glenn Perkins has pitched well, giving up a couple of hits and a run in the second. Jim Rich, Bert Blyleven, and Dick Bramer here in the final game of this homestand. A homestand that could still be a winning homestand if the Twins win a ball game here this afternoon.
You know, I like about Perkins so far, only 45 pitches in the first 4 innings. Now, the last 2 starts, he went 8 innings, 106, 107 pitches. So he's on a good track right here to get late in the ball game. And we talked about the Angels bullpen being overused. Perkins hopefully can do what Kevin Slowey did in last night's game, get into the 7th, maybe longer, and give those guys maybe a day off with an off day tomorrow for the Twins.
Yeah, the Twins really would love to give both Jesse Crane and Matt Guerrero today off too, with tomorrow being an off day, and freshen everybody up for the 2 games in Boston. Then there's another off day on Thursday.
Well, I know it's a thing of the past, but complete games. If you go 9 as a starter, it makes that pitcher behind you that much better. If you can get late into the ball game. Now, the Twins do have an off day tomorrow, so everybody gets a chance. But Kevin Slowey, I thought he made the adjustment last night extremely well. Struggled a little bit the first couple innings, and it seemed like after Torrey Hunter hit the 2-run home run, something clicked, and all of a sudden he and Mike Redmond were working on a good page.
Harris to his left, a step or 2 over to Morneau, 1 down. Hey, on the subject of birthdays, you can make your kid's birthday party a day to remember. The Broadway Pizza Birthday Pack allows you to bring the birthday boy or girl and their friends to a game and get plenty of extras. Call 833-TWINS or log on to twinsbaseball.com and get all the details on the Broadway Pizza Birthday Pack. 1 down. Here's Jeff Mathis. Did you have a birthday party every year as a kid when you grew up?
No, there were 7 of us in the house. No.
Oh, good heavens.
No.
Did you even get a cake?
No, just go outside and play. Happy birthday. Get out of here. How about you? Did you get a cake?
Yeah, probably. But not a party every year. I think I had 1 or 2 parties. That was it. Fly to right, span there, 2 down.
A lot of times my birthday being April 6th would land on Easter. So,
well, probably once every.
So I'd get, a basket of candy. It's kind of cool.
Well, now I know what to get you next year for your birthday.
Yeah,
a basket of candy.
With jelly beans. I like jelly beans.
Really? 2 down. Here's Ibar.
I don't like cotton candy. I know you like cotton candy.
Oh, you always struck me as being a Peeps guy. Those little marshmallow Peeps. I bet you like them.
I don't like those.
1 strike. Ibar drew a leadoff walk on 4 pitches in the 3rd. One and 1.
Perkins continues to pound the inner half of the plate. I thought Darren Oliver did a very good job. He threw a lot like Perkins did in last night's ballgame, right in there. Just handcuffs a lot of hitters.
Strong arm of Brendan Harris used a couple of times in a 1-2-3 fifth. Who are the 4 active players with more than Torrey Hunter's 8 gold gloves. Ivan Rodriguez is one of them. He's now with the Houston Astros. Greg Maddux is retired. He had,
17.
He broke Jim Cotton's and Brooks Robinson's record,
right.
didn't he? And Mike Mussina won a few. Well, I think we've got one of them, right, which is all we really need. Morales lifts the first pitch to left field. Retreating is Rivera. He's not going to get there. It's off the wall. It stays in the park. And the Angel outfield that had been playing a lot of these hitters fairly shallow gets burned here by Morales leading off the fifth.
Well, the scouting report, and we've seen Morales a lot, hit little flares into left field. He's picked up a couple of base hits that way, but Lukes, who's done a good job of keeping the ball down, gets this ball up, and Morales just takes it the other way. Rivera playing a shallow left field. Ball hits behind him, hits off the wall, and it's a double for Morales, his second hit of the ball game, and his second career double.
And now here's Punto in an otherwise normal situation. We might see him bunt or try to pull the ball and advance the runner. He might still do that, but keeping in mind Gomez is hitting behind him.
Yeah, look for him to. I was going to say look for him to take that bunt with him towards second base.
Instead, he takes a strike. Gomez, is not the soundest hitter when it comes to making contact, and so we'll see how they play it here and what happens in this Punto at bat. Flipped foul, 2 strikes.
Well, your goal right here, even though you're down, no balls, 2 strikes, is still get Morales over to third somehow, some way. That's your goal as a hitter.
Two strikes. And outside.
Luke's making just his 9th major league start. Again, his 2 first major league starts were against the Twins. His debut here in Minnesota back in 2002 with the Tigers. Then a week later in Detroit.
When things are going well for the Twins, or for the Angels for that matter, this situation is executed here. The runner will end up at third base, and then somebody will get him in. It's a sign of a team that is really playing well, and I don't know that we've seen that from the Twins, and I know Mike Scioscia hasn't seen it from the Angels as much as he would like.
Yeah, and they're both ball clubs. They're built almost the same. I mean, they rely on some speed. They rely on good defense. Both Mike Scioscia and Ron Gardenhire knows the importance of good defense.
Morales will advance on the ground ball hit not to the right side but behind him, and so he's able to advance to third with 1 away.
A good job right there by Nick Punto getting him over to third.
And a good quick first step by Morales as he took off for third base. Make sure your wardrobe is regular season ready by logging on to twinsbaseball.com. They probably got Twins rain suits there for the next day or so. For the best in regular season gear, including hats, t-shirts, and jerseys, gear up from the source at twinsbaseball.com, where baseball is always in full swing. The Angels, because Morales scampered to third, bring the infield in.
A couple things happened there, Dick. We'll see the pitch right here to Gomez. That's where Ibar caught the ball. Caught the ball right about that line right there. Morales takes off. Now, if he spins and throws, he may hit him in the back. So, he probably said, you know what, if I throw over there, I have to throw over him or to the side, left or right, and I'll get the out at first.
Gomez takes, and it's 2-0. I would imagine if you're standing there at second base and you're Morales, you can say to yourself, look, if it's hit at me or to my left. Anywhere, I'm going to go. If it's hit to my right, I got to stay put.
Right, because if it's hit to his right, then Ibar can backhand it, and he has an open throw to Figgins to third.
2-0 to Gomez. Low, 3-0 with Span on deck.
3 good takes right here by Gomez, not trying to do too much. One thing that the Twins really want him to be is a little more patient at the plate. See if he takes a pitch or if he has the green light.
Takes a strike. A bunt single, just the second bunt hit for the Twins this year, and it traveled maybe 9 inches. Trying to get the ball to the outfield to put the Twins in front for the first time today. A chopper to third. Morales will come home. Figgins, too late. He had nowhere to go. And Gomez, with his speed, beats out an infield hit that puts the Twins in front.
Well, again, Morales got a very good jump right there. On contact, he took off. Figgins, I think, thought about it. And he had a little trouble getting his ball right there. That little double clutch. And that's all Gomez needs. An infield base hit for Gomez as he shows off his speed. Runs through the bag. Picks up an RBI, his first of the year. On the second hit.
About Jose Morales, 2 very intelligent base running plays that lead to a run. Here's Span. You know, we're probably as guilty as anybody, but sometimes we talk of players who are good base runners and we confuse intelligence with speed. I always thought during his days with the Twins that Kent Herbeck was one of the better base runners in terms of taking the extra base, even though he did not have an abundance of speed for most of his career.
A lot of that is just working hard. They come out early. They work on little things. Where's that outfielder playing? Where's the third baseman playing? You saw Figgins right there have to wait back on that little short hop. He may have had a play at home, but that little bit of hesitation that he had to make that throw to first base allowed Gomez to steal or to get to first.
Figgins hesitated. Morales did not from third base. You know, and you'll see during batting practice, you'll see the hitters who make the circuit around the bases. They'll practice getting good jumps as the next player is in the cage taking his swings on ground ball. You'll see players go to third base and practice getting a jump like Morales just did. 1-0 to Span. Time called with Lukes.
Let's take another look at the hit right here. Now watch Morales right here. Once the ball makes contact, he does hesitate a little bit, but right there Figgins probably has a play at home and decides to go across the diamond, and that little double clutch. Gomez beats it out.
1-0 to Denard Span. Slap to left. Base hit. 3 hits in the inning, and the Twins lead by 1 and are threatening to do more damage here in the 5th.
Good hitting right there by Span. Not trying to pull the ball. First at bat, got a ball away, hit it back to the pitcher. Then the next time up, he got a ball away, hit it to the second baseman. That time, he just told himself, I'm going to stay back and just flip the ball the other way. Good piece of hitting.
Mathis to talk to Lukes, and Casilla coming to the plate. So not only 2 men on, but 2 very fast runners, the 2 fastest on the team, Span and Gomez, with 1 out in the inning.
And a quick guy up at the plate too. Alexi Casilla, 24 years old, originally signed by the Angels. He got traded to the Twins back in 2004 for J.C. Romero.
There are parts of this Twins team that are the envy of just about everybody in baseball. The 5 good young starting pitchers. A lot of teams would like to have that. But this sequence of players who figure to be everyday players, when they play in sequence like this, is the envy of just about everybody in baseball. You have a speedy runner in Punto. Gomez, Span, and Casilla might be the fleetest 4 players to hit in succession in the major leagues.
Now we talked about that, Dick. You brought it up about a week or so ago about the way that baseball has gone. We've gone through that steroid era, you know, where baseball's going to go back to a little more speed. They almost have to. And the Twins have that in their lineup.
1-1 to Casilla. Swing and a foul.
So he tried to pull that ball right there. That was almost the same pitch, just a little bit higher than the pitch that Span got, where Span shot it to left field. Casilla looked like he tried to pull that ball rather than just take it the other way.
Now 1-2. Luke's trying to pitch out of a jam here in the 5th. Twins pushed 5 runs across in the 5th last night.
See if they go inside right here. Oh, they went back away again.
And Ibar, the shortstop, was standing on the second base bag as Luke's delivered the pitch to the plate. Scratching his head, and if Luke's had given up a base hit through the shortstop hole, he would have been left scratching his head. 2-2. Line to the second baseman, and that time Kendrick nearly got a handcuff. He made the catch, and Casilla lines into an inning-ending double play. Well, Perkins handed a lead now. He's pitched another great ball game with just 1 run allowed. 3 little hits, all singles for the Angels, 2 of them by Bobby Abreu. And Figgins will lead off the 6th. Strike 1. Right field, and Span sprinting to the line makes the catch, 1 away. Sundays are Twins territory in my 29. Next Sunday we will be in Cleveland. Indians trying to recover from a slow start. Let me sweep the Yankees at Yankee Stadium there, or win 3 out of 4. It's an American League Central tilt coming up next Sunday from Jacobs Field at noon on my 29.
They scored more runs yesterday than they did in all the other 7 or 8 games they played. 22 runs.
And 8 of them in an inning and 2/3 against Anthony Claggett in his major league debut. He is praying that he'll get into another game in the major leagues, or else he will have as his career ERA 48.29 or whatever.
That will not look good on back of a bubblegum card.
I mean, that would be one of those, did your grandpa make it to the major league? No. He never made it to the major leagues.
See Bobby Abreu talking to Torrey Hunter, maybe a little bit about Perkins.
2-2. Well, the Twins have gotten, for the most part, very good starting pitching from the left side, and now it looks like the right-handers. Blackburn the other night was good. Kevin Slowey last night was very good. And a liner to Punto, out number 2. And so I think it's safe to say that this 5-man rotation is kind of rounding into shape here as we're wrapping up the second week of the season.
The biggest thing for me, Dick, is just keep these kids healthy. They're going to be very, very good, all 5 of them, if they can stay healthy. They all throw strikes. They challenge the strike zone. They're not afraid of their stuff. And if they can do and follow what Perkins has been able to do, boy, the bullpen's going to love them even more. His first 2 starts, 8 innings in both starts. And so far here this afternoon, here in the 6th inning, only 62 pitches to get out of 6 full innings.
How about that? A 1-2-3 inning. Perkins breezes through the 6th. And the Twins still lead 2-1. Hunter on the Arby's trivia question.
And Griffey Jr.
And Griffey Jr. There's another one.
Omar Vizquel. That's the one that I thought about him, but I didn't know he won 11 of them. And Andrew Jones now with the Texas Rangers.
And so is Omar Vizquel, and Jones is having a nice little comeback in his first couple of weeks with the Rangers. Here's Morneau. Singled his last time up. 1 for 2 against Shane Lukes, who's given Mike Scioscia all he could hope for here so far. He's kept the Angels in the game. Kendrick has gone to his left a number of times. A low throw, and Morneau retired on 1 pitch. That'll bring up Kubel. The Angels in a division with the Texas Rangers, and the Mariners at 8-4. Start play today with a 3.5 game lead over the Rangers and the Angels.
Got 10 ground ball outs so far for Shane Lukes,
including 2 off the bat of Kubel, although Kubel's hit the ball sharply on the ground twice.
If they go back inside again. Mathis now sitting outer half of the plate, and he misses in.
There are 2 teams that have emerged with red hot starts. Only 2 teams are more than a game above the 500 mark. And it's the 2 teams the Twins have faced here at home in a pair of 4-game series, the Blue Jays and the Mariners. Mariners are 8-4, Blue Jays 9-4. And then you've got a bunch of teams within a game of the 500 mark. 1-1 to Jason Kubel. That's to left. Rivera makes the catch. 2 down.
Even that one right there. Kubel right on it. He hit it sharply, but right at Rivera for the second out. This copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins.
Here's Delman Young. Single and a run scored and a foul fly to right. Turned away by an inside pitch. We've seen Luke's a couple times here now in this inning miss his target badly.
That was a breaking ball right there that you just didn't get a good grip on. It just stayed inside.
Another one missing inside.
Well, with Escobar, Santana, and Lackey out, the Angels need some guys to pitch some innings.
Chopped up the line.
Now Dustin Mosley on a disabled list. He started here 2 nights ago. Worked only 3 innings. Darren Oliver asked to come out of the bullpen. He worked 4 innings. There's Dustin Mosley right there. Some elbow soreness.
2-1 to Young. And a strike. That's why, regarding Philip Umber, I would think Umber, who was designated for assignment, if he's eventually sent through waivers, anybody would pick him up. Even the Angels, as desperate as their situation is right now, even for just a few weeks. Young strikes out. Lukes has done well here tonight, or today, but the Twins have a 2-1 lead as we go to the 7th.
Twins leading at 2-1, and we have Stephanie all the way from Germany who's become a Twins fan, and she's made it here. She's staying with her host family. And what turned you on to being a Twins fan?
I love the Twins. They're awesome. They're funny to watch, and my family tries to explain me baseball over the TV, and it works. I understand it, and it's awesome. I'm so sad that we don't have baseball in Germany, so I enjoyed really to watch it.
Well, congratulations. You're now in the Minnesota State Winners Lottery Circle, and you'll share this with your host family. $100 worth of scratch tickets for you guys to share.
What a play. Perkins is hurt. Harris recovers and throws Abreu out. Remember, it was Abreu about a year ago who hit Nick Blackburn in the face. And a wicked line drive, and Perkins is feeling it.
Yeah, looks like right on that left hip area. Well, what a play by Harris right there. That's a heck of a way to get an assist. Perkins just kind of limping back up to the mound. Yeah, that'll leave a mark right there. I was hit a couple times up the middle, and believe me, you'll be able to maybe see the seams of that baseball on that left hip.
Well, Abreu, who last year just shared in everyone's horror as his line drive last year hit Blackburn in the head. And now he hits Perkins somewhere below the waist.
It's kind of showing Rick Anderson and Ron Gardenhire exactly where that ball hit.
Abreu's just had a great series.
Right back up the middle. Perkins trying to get out of the way, just above the kneecap. Yeah.
Yep. Good play by Harris. And we've seen Abreu run the bases very well here in this series, showing some speed. And that's an important first out here in a one-run ball game.
You know, Larry Walker got me one time in Chicago right on the inside of my right leg and it just went so hard that it bounced toward the third baseline. I remember when I went after it, I was like Chester in Gunsmoke. You know, he had that limp. I was kind of like dragging my leg over there. I was unable to get it. But boy, that hurts.
One down, and here's Torrey Hunter. And Hunter takes a strike.
That was Greg Walker. Did I say Larry Walker?
Yeah.
Well, Larry Walker probably got me there too.
1-1. Well, Perkins, remember in spring training, he got hit by a bat. The barrel of a bat came and got him on the back of the leg. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Good changeup right there. Again, you work these guys inside so much early in the ball game, and that's a great changeup. Matt Guerrero starting to loosen up.
Got him. 2 down. And Perkins comes back after getting smoked by Abreu to strike out Torrey Hunter.
Good breaking ball down in the strike zone, getting his 4th strikeout. And you saw Matt Guerrero get up. It's not for this inning. It'll be between innings to see how that leg is.
Kendry Morales will hit with the bases clean and 2 out. 10 in a row set down by Perkins.
I think he'll be okay. I just have a feeling he's going to be all right. Both starters here.
And a strike in the inside corner, 1-1.
I remember James Hoy didn't seem like against, I believe it was Kendrick, that he walked.
Ibar in the third inning.
Where he walked, he wasn't getting that inside pitch. Now he's continuing to hit that spot, and now he's getting that call. Good changeup right there. So fastballs in, changeups away, and he's been getting the strikeout on that hard breaking ball down and in, almost a Steve Carlton type philosophy of getting that strikeout down and in on right-handers, like right-handers try to get left-handers to strike out down and in. Just like that. Just a little bit low with that one.
Now, there are going to be some bumps on the road here for Glenn Perkins, to be sure, but what we might be seeing is an absolute joy for a Twins fan, a young pitcher who might have figured it out, how to change speeds, take a little off, hit his spots. Little roller to the backhand side. Casilla from his knees throws him out. First Harris and then Casilla. Outstanding infield play, and another 1-2-3 inning for Perkins.
Perkins. And Morales picking up his first Major League RBI. That tied the game at 1 apiece. And then Carlos Gomez with an infield base hit, scoring Morales to make it a 2-1 Twins lead. And a great God Bless America between innings. And I don't know where Jim Rich is, but I thought that sounded a lot like Jim Rich.
Have you ever heard Jim Rich sing?
I thought that was him.
I don't think it was.
He's all over the ballpark. I thought maybe, he stopped to sing God Bless America.
A good game for Morales. He's caught a good game. He's driven in one, scored another. Some alert and clever base running. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. And Morales will hit second behind Brendan Harris.
Right on that muscle right there. There's a Wilbur that his career was cut short because he got hit right on that kneecap by a line drive up the middle.
I remember we were living in Missouri at the time, and it would have been in the late 60s someplace. Bob Gibson took a line drive against his shin, finished the inning, and they found out he had broken his leg. And Gibson is about as hard-nosed and determined competitor as there was ever in Major League Baseball. He just happened to be a pitcher. Was not going to come out of the game with a broken leg. Here's Harris, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Looks like the White Sox are going to win. They are teeing off on the Rays 9-0 in the 7th. Yankees have taken a lead on the Indians 4-3. High hopper off the glove of Kendrick, and Harris rounds first. He's aboard with a leadoff single. So the leadoff man is on for Morales. Twins and reigning American League champion Tampa Bay begin a 3-game set on Monday, April 27th. And don't forget about Pepsi Half Price Tuesdays, April 28th. It's presented by My29. Get Tuesday tickets in the Home Run Porch for just $10.50 thanks to Pepsi. Call 833 Twins. Visit twinsbaseball.com to get your tickets. Rays currently in last place in their division. Here's Morales. See if he's asked to bunt here.
That throw over maybe to see if Morales does square around early. Luke's 83 pitches, 49 have been strikes. Again, no walks in a ball game with a couple strikeouts.
Harris goes, and the pitch lifted to left. And Harris has got to scamper back. Rivera has a strong arm, and Harris just gets back to the bag, but Rivera nearly overran the ball.
Rivera right here comes in, and then the ball kind of a little bit further than he anticipated, and then throwing the ball all the way to Morales in the air, but Harris gets back.
So 1 down in the 7th, and here's Punto. No activity in the Twins' pen, so I think we can conclude that Glenn Perkins is going to be out there to pitch in the 8th inning.
Yeah, he's fine.
On the outside corner. Punto with a couple of ground balls, 1 to second, 1 to short. Daniel Davidson just called up yesterday, warming up in the Angel bullpen. Angels have 2 lefties, Davidson and their closer Brian Fuentes. 2 strikes.
Punto on that swing right there. You can kind of see him take a stroll back, like he just jabbed at that ball. That's not Nick Punto right there. I think he's unhappy at that swing.
Two strikes to Punto. swing, snap throw to first. Harris back safely. Twins have had 4 leadoff hits, and they've only taken advantage of one of them. Morales' leadoff double in the 5th, which, thanks to his base running, led to the go-ahead run. One and 2 to the Twins shortstop. That's to left and down for a hit. Harris round second. He'll hold up there.
That was a better swing right there. He attacked the ball that time. The one that he fouled off, he just kind of swung the bat, and I think he stepped back and said, you know what, that wasn't a very good swing. That ball was left up a little bit, but a good compact swing right here by Nick Punto. And just taking the ball the other way, weighted back nicely.
So now Gomez has gotten a couple of infield hits in today's game. A bunt single in the 3rd, and then an RBI single in the 5th. The RBI single was an infield hit, a chopper to Figgins right near the 3rd base bag. Big swing and a miss. Well, maybe Gomez has discovered something. He's been hitting the ball too hard. A couple of line drives to the right side earlier in this homestand. One speared by Kevin Millar. Catch made by the right fielder. Off the glove of the shortstop. Everybody safe. Gomez has 3 infield hits.
Ibar probably saving the run right there. Gomez on the first pitch, good slider down. Another slider, it stayed up a little bit. He reached out, hit it sharply, and Ibar diving to his left knocks it down. That ball gets by him. Harris scores for sure. Ibar scampers after it, but the bases are loaded.
And Span, who singled his last time up to left, will get a shot here to break the game open a bit with the bases loaded and 1 out. Davidson is warmed up, but the call is made here for Lukes to try to get Span, maybe to try to have him roll over one of those sinkers into a double play.
Well, he has been able to get some ground balls, 10 ground balls so far for Lukes. That's what the Angels are looking for, with the middle of the infield playing back.
Corner infielders playing up 1-0 to Span. Figgins. Safe at first. And the ball wasn't handled cleanly the whole way around the horn. Harris scores. Figgins almost had the ball roll out of his webbing. And then it looked like Hendrick had some problems with it too.
Well, second time we've seen Figgins having trouble with the exchange of glove to ball. And right here, little hesitation, but he gets it over to Kendrick quickly. But then Kendrick fumbles the ball a little bit, and that allows Span, with his speed, one little extra step or two. And he ends up picking up an RBI. Twins take a 3-1 lead. And for Bernard Span, his 9th RBI of the year.
Tied with Morneau now for second on the team to Kubal's 12. First and third. Some speed for the on the bases for the Twins to work with if they choose to. To see a lined into a double play his last time up. 0 for 3 on the day. Popped up down the left field line. And Rivera has a long run. And Ibar in foul ground can't quite reach it. Casilla will get a couple more strikes in this at bat. strike to Casilla. Twins looking for another insurance run here in the 7th. 1-1. Casilla, of course, a switch hitter, but if Davidson were to be brought in here, Casilla would switch over to side of the plate where he's not had much success. Just one bunt single and 17 at bats. Bouncer right side, and Kendrick throws him out. The Twins get 3 singles and an insurance run in the 7th, lead by a pair.
Wow.
Well, whatever the surgery was, we're glad you survived it.
Yes. You are hereby circled.
Juan Rivera will lead off the 8th when Perkins, drilled by an Abreu line drive in the 7th, starts the 8th and delivers strike 1.
Got a little change up right there to get strike 1. Perkins has retired 11 straight Angels.
It's just his 73rd pitch this afternoon. To center, playable for Gomez. 12 in a row set down by the Twins left-hander.
Well, Perkins tonight, again, his first 2 starts, he went 8 very good innings. And here tonight, he's picked up 4 strikeouts, only 1 walk. And he's given a very good hitting ball club. Great play by Harris right there. Only 3 hits. And 2 of them coming in the 2nd inning.
1 down on the 8th, and here's Mathis. Strike 1, and now 75 pitches, 50 of them for strikes. Squirted, and that is going to stay foul. 2 strikes. There hasn't been much, Bert, in the way of a well-hit ball. Now Kendrick lined out to Punto, but Abreu with the line drive off of Perkins, a ground ball hit, an infield hit. Hunter's base hit was a busted bat flop into center field.
Well, you know what? You want to get strike 1. Perkins so far has been able to get strike 1 on 15 Angels, and now they're 0 for 16.
2 down. All-you-can-eat seats are back on Tuesday, April 28th. The Twins hosting the Rays for one low price. You can enjoy a Twins game for the Twins' historic final season here at the Dome, plus all the hot dogs, soda, soft pretzels, peanuts, popcorn, and nachos you can eat. Seats are limited. Call 833-TWINS or visit twinsbaseball.com. Here's Ibar. Bunting to third. Harris barehands it. And a ball that might have gone foul instead is a bunt single with 2 outs in the 8th.
Yeah, you almost have to take the chance right there. That ball's going to roll foul, and I think he's going to ask Jose Morales that right there because of Ibar's speed. See this rotation of that ball right there. I think it would have rolled foul only the way that because of the way it hit the turf. Right. It was already spinning. But you take the gamble? But Perkins had retired 13 straight before that bunt single by Ibar.
So 4 singles allowed by Perkins. A broken bat pop up and a couple of infield singles. Higgins bounced into a double play in the 3rd. It's down the line, foul. Higgins not an easy guy to double up. First double play he's hit into this year.
Yeah, and last night's ball game, Twins did a good job. Kevin Slowey did a good job of keeping this guy off the bases. 0 for 3 with a walk, and here tonight, 0 for 3 so far for Higgins. And the table setter for the Angels.
Foul back. Bouncer to the right side. Glenn Perkins has gone 8 innings in each of his first 3 starts. And if he's done for the day, it's been a great day for Glenn Perkins. Of Anaheim.
Oh, new pitcher on the mound. See Perkins right there talking to pitching coach Rick Anderson. Daniel Davidson making his major league debut. Those are his numbers in Salt Lake City, just getting recalled for the first time at the major league level.
Outside, ball 1. 1-0-1 for 3.
See Davidson with that underarm delivery, the submarine type of delivery. 28 years old, signed by the Angels back in 2003 out of Florida State University. This is his 7th year of pro ball.
Snap and Kendrick throws him out, and Davidson wasn't sure whether to field the ball, the bat, neither, both.
Well, I think he went after the ball, but the bat got in the way. He almost picked up the bat. His first major league hitter saws Morneau off. And you can see the bat right there to the right of the ball. And it's Kendrick having to come in and make a nice fielding play. So he thought about going after it, but watch out.
Here's Kubel, hitless today. 1-0. Kubel's hit the ball fairly hard in each 3 plate appearance. He does not have anything to show for it, however, today. Drilled to right, and Quinlan is there. And Kubel continues to sting the baseball.
It's a funny game, isn't it? I mean, you can make good contact, but you still are 0 for 4. He had good at bats, all 4 of them, but he's 0 for 4.
The annual Play Ball Minnesota Youth Baseball and Softball Coaches Conference is coming up in less than a week. And if you're a coach, league administrator, or just an interested parent, this conference is perfect for you. April 25th is the date, Minneapolis the site, and you can register right now at playballminnesota.com. 1-0 to Delman Young. And now 2-0. (3-0) with Harris on deck. Tonight on 60 Minutes, Delman Young walking in back-to-back games. He draws a walk. And that'll bring up Harris.
I think Mike Scioscia and Mike Butcher very happy at the way that Shane Lukes pitched here tonight. Again, a bullpen that's been used a lot. This afternoon. 7 very good innings for Shane Lukes. He's the pitcher of record right now, down 3-1.
28,302 the paid attendance on a rainy Sunday afternoon outside to Harris. These two teams will say goodbye to each other till the back half of July, and the Twins will play 4 games in Anaheim. By then, it's assumed the Angels will be in better health and further distance from the tragedy that befell them the first week of the season. Two and 0. The Angels anticipated winning 95 to 100 ball games again this year, and that might still happen, but they have really been decimated with injuries, the emotional toll of the Nick Adenhart situation. 2-0 to Brendan Harris. Harris backed out, did not get time. Remember the infamous situation last year where he asked for time, wasn't granted time. With his head down, stood in the box as a strike was being delivered.
Well, Davidson just took a little extra time trying to keep Delman Young at first. Harris asked for time, did not get it.
And now 2-2. Harris is single starting the 7th, led to a 3rd Twins run. They lead by 2, even though he's got 8 solid innings in with economical total of pitches. Glenn Perkins probably won't be asked to pitch the 9th. this being a save situation right now. And the Twins, the one reliever who hasn't been in enough this year has been Joe Nathan. Matt Guerrero warmed up briefly when Perkins took his line shot off the bat of Abreu. This one hit to the gap in right center, but Hunter's there. A well-hit ball for the third out of the 8th inning. It's a 2-run lead for the Twins. Joe Nathan will try to complete the sweep for the Angels. Three to 1, the Twins in front, hoping to sweep the Angels, finish the homestand with a 4-3 mark, get back to the 500 mark. And Joe Nathan is the first reliever to come out of the pen, trying to pick up a save here in the series finale.
Well, great job by Glenn Perkins. Third straight ball game that he has started and went 8 innings. Now it's up to Joe Nathan to finish this off, looking for his third save. He's had a lot of success against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim over his young career. 1-0 with 12 saves, an ERA at .46. Only 1 earned run allowed to the Angels in 19 2/3 innings he's pitched against them.
Remember all those games, all those saves, all those great outings by then Angel closer Troy Percival against the Twins. And now Nathan's trying to do to the Angels what Percival did to the Twins. A strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2.
Well, he picked up the save here on Friday night when the Twins won that wild game 11-9. He pitched that 9th inning, and on 6 pitches is able to get 3 outs.
One of those outs, a
second
strikeout.
Save, yep.
1-2. Nathan in the 9th struck out Napoli, then got Rivera and Ibar. He'll face Kendrick, Quinlan, and Abreu. At least they are the scheduled hitters. Meiser Asturis is in the on-deck circle, I see. He'll hit for Quinlan. 1-2. Half swing, strike 3.
Well, Nathan picking up a strikeout, the 3rd time that Kendrick has struck out here this afternoon. Perkins got him twice. 2 of his 4 strikeouts. And right there, Kendrick unable to hold up. Barrel of the bat went too far.
Here's Asturis. Quinlan had gone 0 for 3. At the knees, a strike. Hitless in the series. And 0-2.
With the Angels carrying 13 pitchers, Mike Scioscia has only 3 moves. Esturris one of those moves, Napoli the backup catcher, and Gary Matthews Jr. to the other move.
Two strikes to Maicer Esturris. Popped up left side. Harris, Punto, either one can catch it. Punto does. 2 down. Yankees scored 3 times in the bottom of the 8th. They're still batting. They're leading Cleveland 7-3. White Sox are thumping the Rays 12-2. Detroit and Seattle scoreless in the first. Kansas City and Texas tied at 3 in the 4th. And here is Bobby Abreu. He's had a great series. Those around him, however, have not. Strike on the outside corner. A tough road trip for the Angels. A tough time in Seattle. And so far, a tougher time here. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Not the best of starts to this homestand, but Nathan one good pitch away from finishing it with a flourish.
The Twins looking for their first sweep of the Angels here at the Metrodome since 1996.
2-2. Foul over the Twins dugout. Twins got the Blue Jays out of town. Had to remind themselves that everything's going to be all right. Inside now 3-2 with Hunter on deck.
Yeah, this pitch right here by Nathan's pretty much right down the middle of the plate. Here it is. Bobby Abreu hit it. You do not want to walk this guy. Make him earn his way on with Torrey Hunter on deck.
Up high, and Hunter comes up with a chance to tie the game. Hunter cranked a home run here yesterday. The only runs for the Angels. Singled in the second here when they scored their only run of the game. And leads the team with 4 home runs. Squirted foul.
Nice job by that young man right there. Catching that short hop.
One strike to Hunter. 1-1.
I think Torrey knows Joe Nathan. He's been out in center field many times watching Joe get saves. He knows right here Joe Nathan does not want to make a mistake middle in. Everything's going to be hard away.
One and one to Torrey Hunter. Half swing. Strike two.
Torrey can't believe it. High fastball.
No way. No. So again, Nathan, one strike away from finishing a sweep. Runner goes, and no throw. Abreu advances to second base on a pitch left up. Two and two to Hunter.
Joe's been working on that curveball. That's something he worked on in spring training. See if he goes to that or stays with a fastball.
Got him! And the Twins sweep the Angels.
Oh, Joe Nathan picking up his third save of the year. Very good save.